Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to colour in this book. This is Cute and Creepy by Camilladerrico, and we're getting almost into October, so only a couple of days off, and I will be colouring a lot in this book in the month of October. So I thought I'd start a page today on camera, and the page I'm doing is this one. So I have already just gone in with a soft pastel background just so I could fix it, use my fixative spray, and then it was nice and dry, ready for me colouring the rest of the illustration. Now it does look a bit basic, that background, to start off with, but that is because it is just that. It is going to be just a base, because as mentioned in a previous video, right at the end after I've coloured this illustration, I am going to drip some orange and some green Decorat Americana acrylic paint down the page so it looks like drips of slime. So this is just acting as, you know, the underneath, so it's not white in the background, so it will have lots of drips over the top at the end. Hopefully we can get this done in one sitting, and then it's just one video for you guys, because it doesn't, I'm saying it doesn't look too detailed, but it's probably going to take me longer than I imagine. Now, as I was looking through this book, some of the illustrations are like Camilladerrico's own take on maybe a few movies. There's Poltergeist in here, which is this one. There's Beauty and the Beast. There's Alice in Wonderland. And I was thinking, is this off some sort of movie? But I wasn't too sure. If it is, I don't know what it is. But yeah, I have no clue. So I'm just going to go for my own colours today. I'm going to do this. It looks like a little slime ball. I'm going to do him green, but I'm going to do her with blonde hair today, because I've done quite a few blacks hairstyles recently, so I thought I would go for blonde for her today. So I am, of course, just going to base it first with a cream. And these are the Polychrome pencils again. I will be using a different brand of pencils in my next colour along, so if you're interested in seeing me use any particular brand of pencil other than Prismacolor, because I don't actually have the full set of Prismas, just comment down below. I've got so this is cream 102. I'll talk you through what I've got whilst I'm colouring. Let me zoom you in. Is that enough for zooming? So I obviously have the Polychromos, but I don't want to use them in my next colour along. I have the Derrico Colour Softs. I have the Tombow Erosions. I have the Arteza 120 set. I have... what else have I got? What am I missing? Oh, I've got the Pastel Love pencils. I'm sure I'm missing a pencils set out there somewhere. I don't have loads of sets of pencils, I honestly don't. I started getting a few single stocks just to see if I liked them. So I did get some single stock Loomies, which I despise. I know that's unpopular to say that, but yeah, I really can't get on with those. I bought a smaller set of Prismacolor pencils, which again, I'm not all too het up on the Prismacolor pencils. So yeah. I do really like my Derwent Colour Softs though, they're nice. And the Tombow Erosions are gorgeous, but on the right paper, because sometimes they don't lay down very easily, I should say. They always lay down nice and pigmented, but sometimes it's a real struggle to get it down depending on what paper you're using. I do like using them on my own paper, which is a 180 GSM, and I love using them in the Tim Jeff's Intricate Ink books. They work really well for fur. If you can hear my little boy chattering in the background, he is supposed to be going to sleep, but he's just having a little old natter to himself instead of going to sleep. This pencil is getting a bit hard to hold now. I'm going to have to put it in a pencil extender, I think. It's really tiny. I'm wondering if I've got a pencil extender that is not in use that I can put this into. Let me have a look if I've got a free pencil extender somewhere. I don't think I have. I'll have to get myself another set off Amazon. I got a set of, I don't remember if it was 5 or 6, but they're all in use. So I have lots of tiny pencils. So I think this is her, isn't it, wrapped around here. Trying to work out what's what. The only thing with this illustration now is the image on the back. I did actually colour it first because I knew I was going to be dripping slime down here, and I knew it would be then hard to colour this. But what Numpty here went and did was put glossy accents on the eyes of the illustration at the back. So now I'm having a problem here because I've got a big lump here and a big lump here. So obviously I don't use my brain, do I? I should have coloured this illustration and then put the glossy accents on the other page. Perhaps. But you only think of these things after you've done them already. And it's too late, you see. Too late. So I might have to pad this actually. I'm going to get some paper and pad it. 1 second guys, let me reach over here. You might hear me go a bit quiet. I'm going to go over here and find some paper to pad it with. And I might need quite a lot. So I've got a big stack of paper here. Big stack, and hopefully... Oh no, it's not going to pad it, is it? Because it's on that... Oh my gosh. Should we just edit that out so I don't look like a total numpty? It's not that, so I can't pad it. It's actually on this... Oh, Kirsty, what in the world are you doing, wake up woman? Yeah, leave that in and make me look silly. My brain just doesn't function sometimes, it really doesn't. What have I just knocked off the side? Right, so that was the cream. That's a full base of that cream colour. Now I want like a sort of ochre, so I'm gonna have a look. And a nice bright, I'm thinking a bister, maybe. I'm just looking at my pencils here, sorry, there's nothing for you to look at the minute. What's this colour here? This looks quite nice as well. Might use that actually, nugget. Might use a bit of nugget and a bit of dark Naples ochre and just see what we come up with. Yeah, let's just go for that. So I'm going to firstly start off with the nugget. So I'm just going to give it a little sharpen. My glasses are rubbing the back of my ears again. It's really quite sore. My daughters were doing that and she never told me. She never told me there was rubbing. And one day I looked behind her ear and it was red raw and there was a tiny little hole where it had actually dug a hole into her skin. And she hadn't said anything to me. They're crazy, these kids. Crazy. Right, so this is Nugget 178. I'm not gonna, because it's not a realistic image, I'm not gonna be too realism with this here. But I'm just gonna pop a bit of colour down. Still getting used to these ruddy nails and how to colour with them on. It is hindering my colouring a little bit, you know, because I'm not getting that sturdy grip that I normally do. Can't hold my pencils how I would normally. But then on the other side, they're so much easier than having to keep painting my nails before every single video that I do. You don't have to touch them once they're done. They're just done. For a couple of weeks till you go back and have something else done with them. So yeah. Let's get a bit there. So my favourite things at the minute, what I'm excited about for Halloween, my favourite books, is getting some more pages done in this one, obviously. And it's also the new illustrations that I found from Colouring Cheeks. Well, they're not new. They're new to me, but they're not new illustrations. Yeah, because I adore them. I already coloured the one that was called Boo, it was called. Really, really sweet. I do believe one of my subscribers said that she's got a new colouring book out that has all these Halloween illustrations in, and some others from the, I think there's some Christmas illustrations in there as well. Yeah, but I'd already bought the Halloween PDF set, so I don't know whether it's worth me getting the colouring book now for any of the other illustrations, possibly for the Christmas ones, but then it's the Amazon printed paper, isn't it, again? Which I'm not a fan of. I don't really know how to tackle this hair. Normally I go dark at the bottom, dark at the top, and then meet in the middle with a lighter shade, but you can't really see where one hair strand starts and one ends in this. It's all like bleh. So I think just gonna have to wing it guys, and do a bit of a messy do. Bring a bit more of that through there. Do very random patches of this and then go back over with the cream at the end and see if it merges all together, comes all together. But yeah, it's very messy. Let's just apologise if my hand's in the way. Let's do some of this. This looks like a little fringe that's coming down, aka bangs for all you who call them bangs. I find that word hilarious. Bangs. It just seems so strange. Strange, guys. You have some strange words, don't you? It's like the little handbags that you tie around your waist that fit some money in and your phone. We call them bum bags, and you call them fanny packs, and I think it's hilarious. I think it is absolutely hilarious. That's my childish side coming out. What other words is there? What's really funny? Oh, the biscuit thing. I've never understood the biscuit thing, because when we say a biscuit, it's a sweet biscuit that you know, that you eat with chocolate, that has chocolate on it, or, you know, like a rich tea, a digestive, a custard cream, that sort of thing's a biscuit to us. But I believe a biscuit to you is something savoury. Confuses the life out of me. This one's a big one. I went to my daughter's school today, one of my daughter's schools, for Meet the Teacher. So it was a sort of casual meet the teacher whilst the kids were there, and we were doing some activities with the kids whilst chatting to the teacher and then eating some muffins and juice. It was nice. It felt like I'd not been into school for, well, I've not. Nobody's been into the school for years. Is it 2 years now? Nobody's been into the schools because we've not been allowed to go in. So yeah, it felt strange and nice, and I realised I forgot how to flipping socialise as well, because the teacher was asking me questions like, well, she said, "Have you got any questions for me?" I was like, "No." And then she was just saying things about my daughter, and I was like, I just didn't know what to say back. I couldn't hold a conversation. I mean, I'm bad anyway. I've always been, you know, a bit social anxiety, but I have noticed that starting to go to all these things now where we've not been in 2 years, and I'm really struggling. I couldn't hold up a conversation. I was just like nodding and agreeing and just like, you know, when you just go yeah and don't really talk. It's so bad. And then I always think, and then the anxiety of that, you play it over in your head when you get home. You think, oh my god, why didn't I say this, or why didn't I say that, or why didn't I strike up a flipping conversation, why did I just do that? Hilarious. Kirsty. How I find it easier sat here talking to all you beautiful people. But it's because you're not looking at my face, you see. You can't see me. Can't see me, so I don't feel under the spot. Under pressure. It's well gone into autumn weather now over here anyway in the UK, because I've been freezing today. But I've refused to put the heating on. I've been sat there cold, like hands freezing cold, and I've been like, I am not putting that heating on. It's September. I am not putting that heating on. That's what I've just been saying to myself, sat there all day divering. If it carries on getting any colder though, I will be putting it on. It's done nothing but rain all day today as well. And then I received a message from the water board, you know, United Utilities it's called. I received a message from Mum saying they had a problem with the water, and in our area it might be coming through the taps discoloured. So it was just, you know, advising you on how to you know, keep running it so that it becomes clear. And it says sometimes it can come clear after about 10 minutes of running it. Sometimes it may need to be ran on a gentle drip for an hour. And then underneath it said, you may want to collect this water and water your plants with it. You know, they're trying to be all eco-friendly and stuff there. And it's absolutely hammering it down with rain outside. And I'm thinking, I don't think them flowers need watering. It would just crack me up, because it's absolutely, you know, it's near enough flooded everywhere outside, and they're saying, oh, use this water to go and water your plants. I'm just thinking, are you having a laugh? It's obviously a generic message they put out, isn't it? They put that out all year long. Whenever they have an issue with water. Water your plants with water. Sure. This is going to be the most annoying part of this illustration, this here. It's annoying me already, and I've got too much to do here now. Got so much to do. I can't stand it when it's all, you don't know where it's going, this here. You just don't know what it's doing. Don't know what it's doing, where it's going, which bit joins onto which bit. Not got a Scooby-Doo. Let's just bring that out a bit. I'll go for saying this bit's part of that bit. We don't really know. It's curly as well, isn't it? That's the issue. Just going to block colour this bit at the bottom, so that's going to be a dark bit. Anyway, and then we'll try and curve it round a bit. God, what am I like? Look at that. What do you think she is then? Because she's got these things on her head. Are they antlers? Might go in with a bit of a darker brown on there. Maybe a Van Dyke brown. Something like that. This actually looks a bit like my daughter's hair. Hers like a mousy brown. I've hit record again. Just got interrupted. I don't know how to tackle this bit down here now. It's really throwing me. I'm going to start from here in the corner. I think it may have been easier to go less down the hair stroke route and more of just, you know, pulling it normally and easily. I think that would have been better. And this is her at the bottom, isn't it? I'm going to block colour that, guys. I think it's her. Looks like her. Block colouring this bit now, guys, because I don't know how to approach that bottom bit. It's really throwing me. Which shape of it? It's throwing me off. Maybe just throw a few hair strokes in here and there. But yeah, not really. Not feeling the hair strokes on this anymore. I'm not feeling it. Let's get some in here a little bit. I'll put them in where I feel that I know which direction they're going in, but if I don't, then it's just being block coloured, I'm afraid. I hope this comes together when I've put the cream over the top of it again. It's looking a bit disastrous right now. But I did warn you that I have no clue what is going on with this hair. I'm just excited to do the slime at the end. I'm going to have some highlights in here, so I'm going to leave little bits out so I can go back in with the cream. And it's going to be lighter in some areas. Gone ever so quiet, aren't I? It's just this hair irritating me. Irritation. Once we get past that and get to the slime, I'll be excited. Oh, my partner's just come home from work with some slime for the kids. I'm like, are you joking? Are you absolutely joking? I hate the stuff. Hate it. I think it's a mum's worst nightmare, isn't it? Slime, Play-Doh. What else would you say? Sand. Because my kids, they can't just play with it nicely. They have to be silly. They have to start throwing it. They have to start putting it in places it's not supposed to be put. And all the rest of it, you know how it goes when you're a mum, don't you? When you've got toddlers. I said toddlers, the bigger ones do it and all. Sometimes worse. Yeah, slime's got to be the worst though. All time worst. When anybody buys my kids slime, they get the evils. They get the absolute evils from me. Right, I'm just going to make my own mind up that this bit is the adjoining hair there. I don't know if that's correct, but that's what I'm going for. That's where we're going with this. So, it's tough, isn't it? Right, that's the neck there, isn't it? So this is her here. It's going up there. We'll try and get a bit of flicking in as well as the block colouring, because I have done flicks over here, so I'm going to have to match it up a little bit. This is where the glossy accents is on the other page, so if you see it go a bit strange anywhere up here, you know that I'm trying to colour over a big bump right now. And up here as well, I think I've just gone over a big bump there. It's its eyes what I've put glossy accents on the overleaf page. And I did put a lot on as well, because it's like a doll. It's like a spooky doll on the other side, and I thought I'm going to have a big massive doll-like shiny button eyes type thing. So I did go all in with the glossy accents. I was like, bam, big blob. Big massive blob on there. So now I am regretting that deeply at this moment in time. Does anyone want to just jump into the camera and come and colour this hair for me? That'd be brilliant. I'm really not liking this, I have to say. There's nothing worse than winding her. Is that what you would call it? Winding. Looks like my hair when I've got up in the morning. Only mine isn't that nice. Mine's more frizz. Just frizz. Just a ball of frizz. I straightened it today before I went out to that teacher's meeting. By the time I come back in, it looked like I hadn't bothered. Looks like I hadn't bothered because it's raining outside. And everyone always says to me, oh, why don't you get an umbrella? But have you tried wrangling 2 toddlers and holding an umbrella? Impossible. So I prefer to have 2 hands free at all times to chase the tearaway, runaway children. Because that's what they do. They run away thinking it's hilarious. Don't come back when you shoot them. No, that type of thing. And they feed off each other as well, because they're very close in age. And when one's doing something naughty, if I tell them to come back, right, they might start creeping towards me, and then the other one will laugh at them, and then they'll run off again because they've egged each other on. They think it's hilarious. And it drives me insane. Absolutely insane. I think there's like 18 months between them. I think it's exactly 18 months age difference. That's going to be really noticeable, that big eye there. Shooting myself that I didn't colour this illustration first before putting the glossy accents on the other one, but there we go. Live and learn, you live and learn. Maybe I can give her a hairpiece. Maybe I can stick some of this so it looks like a bow in her hair. See, there's always a solution, isn't there? Put a bit of dirtness there just over the eye. I feel like this hair has taken me half a lifetime. to start bringing this colour up now. I've not thought about what colour I want to do this thing here. Maybe blue, maybe red. I'm going to leave a highlight there, put it a bit darker here. There we go, I'm going to leave it at that and then go back in with the cream because, yeah, I'm really bored of this hair now. Do you know when you're just not feeling doing something? I'm really not feeling this hair. Cream 102. And that's alright. We don't mind. We can admit defeat. I'm just going in with a hard pressure with this now. I'm just going to burnish it. I was going to go in with like an ochre tone as well, but it's just, this hair is it's just really tricky when it's all over the place. So she's got a nice moussey, sort of moussey blondie hair anyway. I may even use some of my Halloween confettis. Possibly I could put one of them on her hair up here, because there will be that obvious mark when I go over it with this cream. There will, which isn't going to look the best. Let's do this bit down here. I am actually still going to put that paper underneath because I don't want anything I'm doing. Yeah, it's already transferring a little bit. I don't want the transfer from my colouring what I did on the other side. I was down here, wasn't I? Totally forgot this little bit then. Stopped and got sidetracked and started colouring a different bit of it. It's getting a bit small, this pencil now. It is hurting, well, it's aching my hand trying to burnish with this small thing. Oh, be careful around there. I think it's somewhere around here now that I need to be careful, or else I'll start ripping an hole in my page. I think it is one there and one there. One might be the eye and one's the lip. And then we've got another eye somewhere. Oh, it's there. Got an eye there, and a lip there on another page. It's not good. Right, let's get me normal skin tone now. And by normal, I mean my usual colours that I use. My go-to colours that I use on every skin. So that's beige red 132, and I'm just going to do a light layer. Not going over the eye. I wonder what colour eye I should give her. The good thing about this illustration is that she doesn't have any hands. I hate colouring hands as well. Hands is like one of those things where you just don't know where to put the shade in. It's really awkward. Right, where's my burnt ochre? Can't find my burnt ochre. It's not already out, is it, from last time? I've probably put it back in the most random place. What's this one? Is that Bista? Bista burnt umber, brown ochre. Where have I put it? There, greens, blues. I think I might have lost a pencil. I think I might have done. It's definitely not here, is it? Is it out on the side? It's always that one pencil that you don't put back and then you can't find again. Might just pick. Actually, is it in here? Why would I put it in there? No, that's walnut brown. You know what? I'm gonna go crazy and use the walnut brown now. There was something calling to me that's making me use it for a reason. So, walnut brown 177, I'm gonna go in with the dark shading on this. So right in the corner. I'm gonna blend it all in at the end anyway, so. And I'm gonna go right in the edges where we've got a shadow. Up there. Oh, I don't know if you're in the UK, you'll know of this. It's like a documentary. You'll know of it. If you're not in the UK, I'm not sure if you would have heard of it. But there's a program over here on the telly called Gordon, Gino and Fred. And it's basically Gordon Ramsay. I'm sure you'll have heard of him. Gino De Campo and Fred. I don't know his last name, but he was on that First Dates program. Anyway, it's called Gordon, Gino and Fred Go Greek. And it just shows them travelling around together. But it's really funny. There's some really funny moments in it, but they're really good. Like, you know, they're really funny. That's all I can say. They're hilarious. They're sort of like, they're just really good friends, but they really bounce off each other, if that makes sense. They're just hilarious. That's enough shading on the neck there, I think. So we'll do a bit in here because that would be quite dark under there, wouldn't it? Under all that hair there. I wouldn't normally go in with such a dark colour, but I couldn't find my burnt ochre and I thought, why not just grab this pencil, that'll do. I will blend it in better in a minute. I'm just getting the initial, where I want the initial darkness. Don't worry. I'm not going to leave it like that. Although, I could. So I'm going to start slowly blending it in now. Oh, why did that do such a harsh line there then? And we'll of course blend it in with either my ivory or the beige red as well in a minute. And I've got some more colours down. very quiet now, haven't I? Concentration. I hate these little noses. I love a style, I love manga, but they have these little noses that you just do not know what to do with them. Right, I'm going to use a bit of the cinnamon 189 just around the eye, so like underneath the eye here. Try and blend it out a little bit. And obviously our other eye is under all this area, but I'm just going to pop a bit of cinnamon around this area as well. And above the eye, up there. I'm now going to go back in with the beige red 132. So I'm just going to go a bit more pink toned now. And try and be careful to be mindful of where the lips are, because with this style, with Camilla's style, she doesn't always draw in the lips, so they're very faint, and then you've just got to sort of work out where they are yourself. So, and almost like draw them in a little bit. So I'm gonna guess that they're around that area there. Not liking the skin on this one, but oh well. I'm sure when we give her some nice lips, she'll be just fine. I'm just going to get the ivory pencil just to do that little bit on her nose where I want to keep it highlighted down the centre. So let's get in with some lips. Lips. I'm gonna go for a green on this one. It might seem unusual, but because I'm doing the green on the slime, I'm just gonna incorporate green on the bow here. Looks like a bow, doesn't it? Like a neck scarf or bow type thing. And green on the lips, just to go all out there. So I'm gonna put down first light green 171. So I'm gonna have to try and find the Cupid's bow on these lips. I think it will be around there. I think what's that? Now I'm going to go in with a darker colour. I'm actually going to use, which colour do I want? I'm going to use this one. So this is the Dark Phthalo Green 264. Let me move that out of the way. So I'm going to use this around the outsides and just blend it in a little bit so that the lighter shade is right in the centre. See what I'm doing here? So a bit of an unusual lip colour. There we go. I'm going to bring that light green back in now, just to blend it in. There we go, very out there. I'm going to use this light green as well for her eye. And we're not going to use the same green we used on the lips for the outer corners. I'm going to go for a deeper one. I'm going to go for deep cobalt green 158, just to go around the very edge of the eye, deepen up some places. Go back in with the light green. I'm going to use a black. Where's my black? So this is black 199, sorry. I'll do the centre. And then I'm just going to go over the eyelash area. Just because if you notice with Camilla's art, it's not, the line art isn't black. So if you want to deepen that up, I'll just do this bit. Underneath. This little bit here. Don't know why I'm whispering. Really brings the eye to life though when you do that, I think. So I'm going to use this light green 171 again for this bow. So I'm going to base it with this first. And then I'm going to go in with some random shading using this deep cobalt green 158. So I think we'll put a bit of darkness near the base there. And just slowly bring it out a little bit. And again over here. And then we'll just put some on the edges of the middle section. So we've almost got the lightness in the centre. that. So then I'm going to go back in with the light green 171. And just go over everything. That'll really bring it to life. There we go. Next up, I'm going to do the little antlers. So bring you back down. So these little antlers here. So I'm going to base them first with a Vista 179. So I really quickly base these. Because I'm not going to do much with these, to be honest. And you can even put some texture into these if you want. It's up to you. Right, so here we've got one of those eyes, which is going to be a pain. Going over one of them now. You can see where it is, where I'm colouring around it. So annoying. Alright, let's find the Van Dyke brown. So Van Dyke brown 176. And I'm just going to bring in some dark shading right at the root. And when I get to that side, it's going to be a disaster. Right, I'm going to slowly taper off now. Same on this side. You can see how it's got the lines in it, sort of texture. Right, this bit's not going to be pretty. I'm going to have to be careful because of that bump. Why did I do that before colouring this page? How many times do I want to ask myself that as well? Right, let's try and... Oh, I can hear that rain and wind outside. It doesn't sound very nice. Trees almost seem like they're about to take off with the wind. Right, I'm going to go back in with that Vista. There we go. Right, now for our little slime dude. So, I'm going to base him all with light green. Got all this paper underneath. So I'm going to get based with the light green. There's going to be lots of slime dripping over this image as well. And when I mean lots, I mean it's going to be dripping all over it. So the colouring doesn't have to be great. That's why I'm sort of not, you know, doing it as detailed as I possibly might do on other pages. Or as careful, because I just know that a lot of it is going to get covered up with slime. I keep calling it slime, but it's just paint really. It's the Derrico Americana paint that I'm going to put on. So yeah. I'm going to cover up his mouth green as well in the middle of there, because why not? It's just one big slime ball, isn't it? Avoiding that little key. It does look like a key. It's really strange. I don't know what it is. But avoiding that because we don't want that green. And let's do his body. Move that lamp a little bit. That hair looks awful on camera. It really does. It looks like a disgrace. Doesn't look that bad in real life, guys. It's not the best hair, but it doesn't look as bad as it does on camera. I'm really just getting that base layer in there. So the darker colours in this slime ball are going to be really random. There's not going to be any which way, rhyme or reason. I'm just going to really randomly put some darker spots in, then blend it all together. So deep cobalt green again, 158. And I will put a bit up here. You know, barely, just so it's like adding a different type of tone, different colour in random areas. My belly's rumbling. I don't know why. I've just had my tea. Definitely just had my tea. So you can perhaps see what I mean about randomly placing this colour now. There's his body. Let's get some of this on his face. Started to notice as well in the morning, you know it's coming to autumn when it's still dark in the morning when you're going out the house. So my eldest daughter, she goes out the earliest for a bus to high school, and it was still a bit dark this morning when she went for the bus. That's the scary bit, isn't it, about sending them out in the dark. Let's give him some darkness over here. I'm going to do in his mouth with this colour actually. Do all inside his mouth with that darker colour. Why not? Look at him. Do a bit more up here and then we'll go crazy with that slime. Slime. A random spot at the front of his head, tapering off. There we go, looks very slimy now, doesn't it? So I'm going to go back in with the light green. I'm just going to buff over it all with this light green. Look at that colour, it's really bringing it to life now. I'm going straight over the eyes because I don't feel I need to go in there with any other colours around the eyes, really. There we go. Now there's just this little bit here. This little, it looks like a shield, but it's a key. I'm going to actually get my green gold on that bottom key bit, if I can find it. So cream first, actually. I'm going to use the cream 102. Oh, I'll just do it all this colour. Decided. Cream 102 all over the key as well. And then the green gold 268. I'm just going to pick out the outsides. And then leave a little shine on it in the cream. So I'm going to leave that little bit there in the cream. So we will actually go back in with the cream. Just blend it in a little bit. And again with the green gold, I'm going to go onto the key. And then back in with the cream, just in that little highlighted area. There. So next up, gonna get my white Arteza gel pen, and I'm gonna put a few little highlights in. So I'm gonna put this one. Put that in there. And then I'll put in a little couple there. Now onto the fun stuff. So now it's onto the drips. So this could get very messy, guys, very messy. I'm gonna try and angle my camera. You can see all the mess on my desk. No, it's not going to do that. Let's pull it up. I'll have to leave it up because I don't think it's going to do it otherwise. Right, so I'm going to hold some paper at the bottom of my page because obviously it's going to run down. Let me move those off the desk. So I'm going to be holding the book up and it's going to be running down the page. So I need some paper pulling out there. Wondering if I've got a paper clip or something to hold it on, then it's not actually gonna fall down, but I don't think I have, so it's tough. So the two colours I'm going to be using is the citron green and the bright orange. So I think I'm going to go for the citrus green first. Citron green even. So let's try and do this as carefully as I can. I do need to get you up higher. I'm wondering if this will stop there, but it's really temperamental lately, this tripod. That might be a bit better. What about that? And we'll see. I'll see what I can get on camera. So, can you see there? Right there. So I am going to drip this from the top. There's a hair on it somewhere. Where's that hair? Where was that hair? Don't want a hair being stuck to my page. Get off, Mr. Hair. This is her. Right, so I am going to drip, and it is going to drip down the illustration. That is what we're looking for. That is what we're after doing. So I'm going to drip it all along. And hopefully it'll run down. Now while that's running down, I'm going to drip some orange as well. So this is the bright orange. So mainly I'm going to try and get it over that big blobby, that big slimy blob. Like I said, I'm not bothered about it going over the illustration. We want it to go right down there. I'm even trying to tap it down further so it keeps going. Keep going, keep going. Come on, it's a race. It's a race. Maybe a bit more green over here. Don't know if you can see them, they're still in frame here. I'm going to try and get that lid out of the way. Try and get that running all the way down. Don't know if you can see there. Oh, that's a lot better. Gone all the way down, all the way down. Run, run, run. This is the best bit, isn't it? I'm going to try and get a bit more over this side of the illustration, but it's a bit tricky trying to hold when I'm trying to hold it here because I've got my thumb here. But if you can't get this on camera, I do apologise, but it's a bit trickier to get it over here. Add some orange in the mix. That is awesome. Awesome. I'm just going to continue letting it go down a bit more. And then I will lift it up. Look at that. Look at that. It's so cool. I think I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want it to be too much, but that's sort of a nice amount, isn't it? I'm wondering if I should stick some of them confettis into it as well. Should I stick some in, because then they'll be glued to it, won't they? When the paint dries, they'll sort of be glued in. So these are some confettis I showed on my last haul. There's some little ghosts, there's pumpkins somewhere, there's little cats, there was a witch on a broomstick, there's a skeleton. So I'm actually going to try and get a few of these in to the mix. So where's a ghost? Let's drop a ghost in there. Got an orange ghost somewhere. Oh, we've got a witch on a broomstick. Let's put her there. That's rather cool. Kitty cats. Where's this skeleton? Oh, there's a little bat somewhere as well. Teeny tiny. Let's get a black ghoul and a bat. Can you see the little bat? How cool's that? Yeah, let's get some black ones. They look nice. They're standing out, the black ones. So get a black kitty cat. And a ghost. I'm having a ball here. Oh, come here, little skeleton face. I want an orange skeleton. Put it on a green bit. Oh well, it'll have to stay there now. Ghost, cat, ghost. Where's all the pumpkins at? Where's Mama? Some more pumpkins. That's a white pumpkin. I see a black pumpkin. Yes. Where should I put this one? Put it there. This is super cool. Get paint all over me later. There's another witch on a broomstick. Ha! Cool. I'm just having way too much fun here, guys. Way too much fun. I think that is probably all I'm gonna do. Cause I don't want to go overkill, but you know. So I get this back in the pack now. Oh my gosh, it's just gonna go all over the floor, this, I think. So when that dries, those confettis will obviously dry into the paint. So that is a way that you can stick them to your page. You can obviously use glues as well if you've got Mod Podge, all your usual types of craft glues. So sometimes I use glossy accents to stick things as well. Glossy accents is really good. The only thing with glossy accents, you've got to be mindful of where you place it, because it obviously dries glossy. It's not a sort of something that's going to dry clear. So it really depends on what you're using it on, so to speak. Let's move all this paper and we can see the page properly. But yeah, that was a really fun one. Just a really fun one. Obviously I didn't take the colouring too seriously. I just wanted to sit down and have fun with that slime, to be honest. I needed the illustration coloured just so I could play with slime. Play with paints to make it look like slime, should I say. It's not real slime, is it? But yeah, that's the page finished. I hope you enjoyed watching. I know I was a bit quiet on that one. It's got to the end of the day and I'm a bit tired. I think I'm ready for my bed, to be honest. Yeah, please do hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. But yeah, that's that page done. Look at that. Look at the confettis. So that will be super cool when it's dry. Super cool Halloween page. Thanks for watching, everyone, guys. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.